We will keep track of major news events in India and across the world through this live blog. Stay tuned as Sumedha Kirti brings you latest updates. Big news right now. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says the BJP is observing a Black Day to mark the 43rd anniversary of 1975 emergency imposed by then PM Indira Gandhi to not just criticize the Congress, but make today's youth aware of what happened then. India remembers the emergency as a dark period during which every institution was subverted and an atmosphere of fear was created. Not only people but also ideas and artistic freedom were held hostage to power politics, he tweeted earlier in the day. Modi also hailed the spirit of those citizens who firmly opposed the emergency that came into force on June 25, 1975, leading to suspension of the fundamental rights. Hitting back at the PM, Congress President Rahul Gandhi questioned him on rising rapes in India, which has been ranked as the most dangerous country for women in a global survey of experts. June 26, 2018, 1:07 p.m. East. 5 Kerala priests suspended for sexually exploiting woman. 5 Kerala priests of the Kottayam-headquartered Malankara Orthodox Church have been suspended over allegations of sexually exploiting a woman from the same church, an official said. Speaking to IANS, Secretary of the Church Biju Uman said as soon as they received complaint from the husband of the victim, they took immediate action. The church has acted in the utmost responsible manner. Today as things stand, the 5 are suspects. Commission has been appointed to probe the episode. The probe is on and when the report comes, the church will again act on it, said Uman. The husband has said one of the priests who first exploited his wife was blackmailing her. When she sought help on this from another priest, he too threatened her and shared her contact with another fellow priest, and in the end she came under the duress from at least 5 priests. The Orthodox Church was shocked as the episode was criticized heavily on the social media, which dented its image. June 26, 2018, 1:03 p.m. East. Rain fury leaves nobody. Monsoon enters MP. The monsoon has entered Madhya Pradesh, covering Dar, Alirajpur, Burhanpur, Barwani, Khargone, Jibu and Khandwa districts, and has brought heavy rains to the state capital, bringing down the mercury by a few notches. The monsoon entered the state from the southwest side, the Met Office said. In the past 24 hours, Indore has received 8.6 mm of rain, while Dar 14.2 mm, Damo 30 mm and Gwalior 3.8 mm. The Weather Office has predicted heavy rains for Dar, Jibua, Alirajpur and Barwani and scattered rains at all other places with thunderstorms and lightning. Humidity was unusually high on Tuesday. A cyclonic circulation had developed over South Gujarat and Konkan region, while a trough was extending from Gujarat to southwest Rajasthan. Meanwhile, Vadodara mayor's car got stuck after the road caved in following heavy rainfall in Gujarat. Vadodara Mayor Dr. Jagisha Seth's car got stuck after a road caved in following heavy rains in the city yesterday. Pic.twitter.com/Kujbik, Ani, @Ani, June 26, 2018, June 26, 2018, 12:57 p.m. East. Ajay Chitkara, new CEO of Airtel Business. Ajay Chitkara has been appointed Director and CEO of Airtel Business, and he will spearhead Airtel Business as an integrated unit that will include both domestic and global enterprise operations, the company said on Tuesday. Chitkara will continue reporting to Gopal Vittal, MD and CEO, Bharti Airtel, a company statement said. Chitkara has been with Airtel since 2001 and is credited with building brand Airtel in the global wholesale segment. Airtel also announced the appointment of Pankaj Miglani as CEO, Global Business. Miglani will report to Chitkara. In his previous role, Miglani was Chief Financial Officer of Bharti Infratel, and played a key role in the company's IPO in 2012, the statement added. June 26, 2018, 12:53 p.m. East. Rahul Gandhi attacks PM Modi, citing report that mentions dangerous countries for women, as Prime Minister Narendra Modi attacks Congress over the emergency imposed by former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. Grand Old Party's President Rahul Gandhi questions the rising incidence of rape in the country. Gandhi quoted a report that ranked India as the world's most dangerous country for women, worse than war-torn Afghanistan and Syria. While our PM tiptoes around his garden making yoga videos, India leads Afghanistan, Syria. What a shame for our country. https://t.co/by/2oad Rahul Gandhi, at Rahul Gandhi, June 26, 2018 June 26, 2018 12:39 p.m. East. There has been no difference in the ideologies of Congress, since the time of emergency till today. They challenge the verdicts of the Supreme Court at present. Everyone remember what Rajiv Gandhi did with media, but that wasn't the only thing. During emergency, the media had to surrender in front of Rajiv Gandhi because of the kind of environment they had created. I respect veteran journalist Kuldip Nairji. He fought for freedom during emergency. He may be a harsh critic of us, but I salute him for this, says PM Modi. Singer Kishore Kumar was blocked from the radio because he had denied performing for them. The movie, Anniv, was also banned by them because they were afraid. PM Narendra Modi. Even when JP Narayana protested and said that the court has ordered them, Congress, to leave the seat of power as their term was over, but they questioned Narayana. They put leaders behind bars to rule the country according to their wish. But these leaders pledged to do everything to save the democracy, says PM Modi on emergency anniversary. June 26, 2018 12:21 p.m. East. Singer-actor Kishore Kumar was blocked from radio because he had denied to perform for them, Congress. The movie, Anniv, was also banned by them because they were afraid, says PM Modi, adding that when Congress feels that power is slipping out of their hands, they try to create fear in the country. June 26, 2018 12:18 p.m. East. Such an environment was created that media had to surrender to the government. Only some people in organizations like Ramnath Goenka and Statesman Paper had the courage to come out with truth. Even today when they openly criticize the government, and I appreciate that, says PM Narendra Modi as BJP observes Black Day on emergency anniversary. June 26, 2018 12:15 p.m. East. Companies face worst talent crunch in 12 years. Employers around the world are facing the most acute talent shortage in 12 years, and India is among the top 10 most affected markets, with 56% of employers are facing difficulty in filling vacant positions here, says a survey. According to the latest talent shortage survey released today by Manpower Group, of almost 40,000 employers surveyed globally, 45% are struggling to fill roles. With record talent shortages around the world, it's no longer a question of simply finding talent, we need to build it, Manpower Group Chairman Pricing further noted that organizations need to accelerate efforts to upskill and reskill employees for the new world of work so companies succeed and people have employment security for the long term. The worst affected country across the world in terms of talent shortage is Japan, as 89% employers said they face difficulty in filling positions, followed by Romania 81% and Taiwan 78%. June 26, 2018 12:11 p.m. East. An atmosphere of fear was created during emergency. India turned into a huge jail at that time. Black Day is organized not just to criticize Congress for the sin of attacking Constitution, but to create awareness about its perils, says PM Modi. June 26, 2018 12:08 p.m. East. Congress showed us how to misuse Constitution for a family's benefits. The family is insecure as it knows that it will lose the seat of power, and hence, they have started making noise, PM Modi says as he attacks the grand old party. June 26, 2018 12:04 p.m. East. Congress oversaw the darkest day in India's democracy. It committed the sin of emergency, says PM Narendra Modi as BJP observes Black Day on emergency anniversary. June 26, 2018 12:02 p.m. East. West Bengal GOVT takes steps to boost banking services in rural areas. With an aim to extend banking services in rural areas, the state government has decided to develop around 2,600 deposit mobilizing primary agriculture cooperative sector (PACs) as customer service points based on the recommendations by a state-level monitoring panel. A statement issued by the Monitoring Panel for Cooperative Sector has said the initiative to upgrade the PACs has to be taken up by the district or state cooperative banks by digitally connecting the customer service points with the core banking solution of cooperative banks. The panel, formed this January under the chairmanship of Chief Secretary Malay Day, has secretaries of finance, cooperation, panchayats and rural development departments as members. Work has already been initiated in 1133 PACs. The entire project will be completed by the end of financial year 2019-20, the release said. June 26, 2018, 12 p.m. East. Explosion in UP's scrap shop kills 4. The Uttar Pradesh Special Task Force (STF) will probe the explosion that ripped through a scrap shop here yesterday, killing 4 people, a senior police official said in Muzaffarnagar today. The probe has been handed over to STF and a case under various sections of IPC was registered against one of the deceased Nisar and shop owner Nawajish, who was also killed in a blast, SSP Anant Dev said. The supplier of the scrap has also been booked, the SSP said. The blast, which took place yesterday in the town's Sarvat Road area, also killed Tazim, 50, and Shahzad, 55, who were handling the scrap. 3 more people who happened to be going past the shop at the time of the explosion were injured and taken to hospital. The blast took place when some people were breaking scrap in the shop, said Circle Officer Harish Badoria. June 26, 2018, 11:58 a.m. East. Puducherry LT Governor Kiran Bedi and Chief Minister V. Narayanasamy bury differences, putting aside their differences. Puducherry LT Governor Kiran Bedi and Chief Minister V. Narayanasamy joined a large number of devotees in dragging the chariot of an ancient temple, as part of its annual car festival, near Puducherry today. The Mulanathar temple in Bihar village dates back to 10th century and is protected by Archaeological Survey of India, (ASI). Earlier, the former IPS officer and chief minister were received with temple honors at the temple. They both offered worship to the presiding deity of the temple. This is Bedi's third visit to the temple. June 26, 2018, 11:49 a.m. East. India and Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank are committed to work together on the issues of development and ensure the progress of our country, says PM Narendra Modi. A new India is rising. Now, India stands on the pillars of economic opportunity for all, knowledge economy, holistic development, and futuristic, resilient and digital infrastructure, PM Narendra Modi at meeting of Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank in pic.twitter.com/hugeprivatazka, Ani, @Ani, June 26, 2018, June 26, 2018, 11:38 a.m. East. From the point of view of a foreign investor, we have provided investors an environment which is transparent, efficient, reliable and predictable. The use of new technologies in housing construction will have an added advantage, if tried in India, due to its requirement for 10 million houses, more than that of many countries put together. Agriculture is the lifeline of Indian economy. We are promoting investment in warehouses and cold chains, food processing, crop insurance and allied activities. I would like AIIB to look into these fields and associate with us, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi at AIIB meeting in Mumbai. GOVT is firmly committed to the path of fiscal consolidation. Government debt as percentage of GDP is consistently declining. India has achieved a rating upgrade after a long time, PM Narendra Modi at meeting of Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank in pic.twitter.com/6kfbxsbjip, Ani, @Ani, June 26, 2018, June 26, 2018, 11:25 a.m. East. In India, we are applying novel public-private partnership models, infrastructure debt funds, and infrastructure investment trusts to fund infrastructure. India is one of the most investor-friendly economies in the world. Investors look for growth and macroeconomic stability. They want political stability and a supportive regulatory framework to ensure protection of their investment. From the perspective of larger scale of operations and higher value addition, an investor is also attracted by a large domestic market size, availability of skilled labor, and good physical infrastructure. On each of these parameters, India is well placed and has performed very well, says PM Narendra Modi. June 26, 2018, 11:24 a.m. East. PM Modi at AIIB meeting in Mumbai. I believe that India and AIIB are both strongly committed to making economic growth more inclusive and sustainable, says PM Modi during third annual meeting of the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank (AIIB) in Mumbai. I believe that India and AIIB are both strongly committed to making economic growth more inclusive and sustainable. PM at Narendra Modi live at https://t.co/infusesfb9 pic.twitter.com/yo4jewy7 at BJP live at Beep Live. June 26, 2018. June 26, 2018, 11:23 a.m. East. In a lighter vein, Jharkhand CM Raghubar Das dances with people of tribal community in a mass wedding program organized by the state government in Ranchi. The 24th of June 2018, pic.twitter.com/ebkokfu, Ani, Ani, June 26, 2018. June 26, 2018, 11:21 a.m. East. Venkaiah Naidu on Black Day being observed by BJP, as BJP observes Black Day across the country to mark the anniversary of the emergency imposed in 1975 by then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. Vice President Venkaiah Naidu said, after the resounding pro-democracy verdict of the people of our country, I am confident that no sensible government would dare to repeat what was done during the fateful night of June 25, 1975, emergency. June 26, 2018, 11:18 a.m. East. Aircel Maxi's case adjourned till tomorrow. The Supreme Court on Tuesday adjourned the Aircel Maxi's case till tomorrow. Subramanian Swamy had moved the apex court on Monday, seeking to implicate himself as a party in connection with a petition filed by one Rajneesh Kapoor, against Rajeshwar Singh, the Enforcement Directorate (ED) officer probing the case. The apex court had on March 12 set a deadline of 6 months for the CBI and the ED to complete the investigation into the alleged irregularities in FIPB approval given in the Aircel Maxi Steel case, in which former Finance Minister P. Chidambaram and his son Karti have been questioned by probe agencies. Also watch June 26, 2018, 11:09 a.m. East. India remembers the emergency as a dark period during which every institution was subverted and an atmosphere of fear was created. Not only people but also ideas and artistic freedom were held hostage to power politics, he tweeted. Modi hailed the spirit of those citizens who firmly opposed the emergency that came into force on June 25, 1975, leading to suspension of the fundamental rights. I salute the courage of all those great women and men who steadfastly resisted the emergency, which was imposed 43 years ago. Their struggles ensured people power prevailed over authoritarianism and the stifling of civil liberties, he added. He called for working towards making Indian democracy stronger. Let us always work to make our democratic ethos stronger. Writing, debating, deliberating, questioning are vital aspects of our democracy which we are proud of. No force can ever trample the basic tenets of our Constitution, he added. I salute the courage of all those great women and men who steadfastly resisted the emergency, which was imposed 43 years ago. Their struggles ensured people power prevailed over authoritarianism and the stifling of civil liberties. Narendra Modi, at Narendra Modi, June 26, 2018. India remembers the emergency as a dark period during which every institution was subverted and an atmosphere of fear was created. Not only people but also ideas and artistic freedom were held hostage to power politics. Narendra Modi, at Narendra Modi, June 26, 2018. Let us always work to make our democratic ethos stronger. Writing, debating, deliberating, questioning are vital aspects of our democracy which we are proud of. No force can ever trample the basic tenets of our Constitution. Narendra Modi, at Narendra Modi, June 26, 2018. June 26, 2018, 11 a.m. East. Rakesh Mohan, a former deputy governor of the Reserve Bank, on Monday blamed the NPA's piles to the skewed public-private partnerships, PPPs, which have been heavily funded by banks. In the way PPPs model, private sector cannot succeed unless either they have user charges or unless they have other ways of generating returns to finance, he said. The problem of non-performing assets have risen because the PPP model has been tried on public services, goods projects, where the returns are low in the way they are designed, Mohan told a session at the annual meeting of the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, AIIB. June 26, 2018, 10:56 a.m. East Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis on Monday urged financial institutions and other funding agencies to invest in government projects, claiming them to be the safest bet. Fadnavis also said that sustainability is the key to high growth rate and high infrastructure development that the country is looking at. I would like all funding agencies, sovereign funds, banks and multilateral funding agencies to look towards government projects because that is the safest place to invest, he said while addressing a session at the third annual meeting of the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank (AIIB), which kick-started in Mumbai on Monday. He said the best people to finance in the country are the governments, while adding that, unfortunately, the financing agencies mostly are looking at the private sector to invest in. June 26, 2018, 10:52 East, the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank (AIIB) is willing to look at investing in affordable housing in the country, but needs support from the government on repayments, a senior official said. In the coming years, we would probably open to affordable housing. But since we are lenders, we want our money back. So, affordable housing needs to be supported by the government in terms of repayments, AIIB's principal strategy officer Najib Haider told reporters at the bank's two-day annual summit that began here on Monday. He said the project in which the AIIB would like to invest can be packaged like a public-private partnership. Elaborating on the insistence on sovereign support, Haider said in all the markets, housing requires support from the government. Till now, the bank has invested $1.6 billion in 7 projects in the country and has not taken any direct exposure in the affordable housing segment, he said. The bank invests in specific sectors of energy, transportation and sustainable cities, and the Indian investments also mirror the same themes, he added. Haider said unlike other multilateral institutions, the 2016 incorporated AIIB does not invest in education, healthcare and agriculture, but may look at those in the future if it involves creating infrastructure in any of those socially relevant sectors. June 26, 2018, 10:46 a.m. East, creating infrastructure will need a whopping $4.5 trillion investments over the next decade and the cost of the money will be a challenge, Interim Finance Minister Piyush Goyal said. The minister, however, said finding the required finance will not be a deterrence for the country. Infrastructure creation requires $4.5 trillion in investments over the next 10 years, Goyal said at a panel of governors at the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank's (AIIB) two-day annual summit that began in Mumbai. He further said the required funds will be available and raising it will not be a deterrence for infra creation. However, in the comments that come amid rising interest rates globally, led by hardening of rates in the U.S., as also domestically, Goyal flagged the cost of finance as an important challenge. June 26, 2018, 10:44 a.m. East, British Chancellor of the Exchequer Philip Hammond, who is in Mumbai on Monday, addressed the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank (AIIB) meet, and met his counterpart Piyush Goyal, British consulate said. During the meeting with Goyal, Hammond discussed ways to take forward the Indo-British joint efforts on fintech and infrastructure finance. At the AIIB meet, Hammond showcased the best that England has to offer on infrastructure finance and fintech and also demonstrated Britain's commitment to support investment in sustainable infrastructure across Asia. Load more.